So good evening, everyone. I'm super excited to welcome you all to our presentation for tonight. It is titled Three Things That We Did to Scale our Business. Like many of you know, our e-commerce business into selling in about 8 different African countries.
Mr. Omolibo, you are muted. You are muted.
Oh, wow. Okay,
You are
just a
muted.
moment. I think you can hear me clearly now, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So let's uh, let's get started. So, like I said, good evening, everyone. I'm super excited to welcome you all to our training for tonight. Uh, Before I go any further, I want to first and foremost appreciate you all for always showing up whenever we call for trainings like this. It shows that we all are very serious minded business owners who are always on the lookout for opportunities to grow our business. So we are excited about that. And earlier this morning, I was thinking, and I'm like, it's been 365 days. That's talking about 2024, and this is a new year 2025. And I'm like, what will I give to my people that can help them to move one step further the ladder? Okay, what can I share that can help people as business owners, because we know that it's not easy for many businesses at this point in time, especially for those operating in Nigeria. I don't want to go into all of the many T-pain, whatever. But of course, we know that as business owners, it's not really the best of times for many businesses. We've seen big businesses, multinational companies folding up and leaving the shores of Nigeria. And that tells you truly that the economy is not what it used to be. But despite that, we've been able to apply one or two strategies that have been able to help us to be able to remain and even thrive in this economy where a lot of businesses are actually struggling. So, this training is going to just provide us with three things that we did earlier this year that helped us to be able to sort of maintain the momentum a little bit. Okay. So just before I go into sharing that, um, is there anybody here who this is your first time of joining our training in the last 2 years? I want to know because I know that there are some persons. If there's anybody here who the last time you joined our training was when we were still doing export, you can comment on the comment section one. Is there anybody who the last time you joined our training, it was when we were still doing food export? If you have any such person, just comment a one on the chat, or just comment a yes on the chat, so I know that, so I will identify that person. Okay, I don't think we have any such person. Oh, that's good. So which means everybody knows that we are not. Oh, okay, yeah, Madam Agbola. Yeah. Okay, great, great, great. So any other person apart from Madam Agbola? And thank you so much. She was the first to join the Zoom call tonight. Okay, Madam Shinwe. Okay, okay. Any other person? Any other person? I mean, we have over like 1,000 persons that have not actually reached out to in the last 2, 3 years. Apologies for that. Okay. But then, I mean, that's why we are trying to do what we are doing now. Okay, so just to bring it up to speed, Madam Agbola and Madam Chinwe, in 2023, early 2023, we moved on into e-commerce where we started selling physical products across multiple African countries. You get, and we actually sort of pivoted from food exports to like main fully into e-commerce. Okay, so since 2023, I've not done anything like export of Nigerian food items, but in the recent, we're actually still into export because we have our own brand, we have our own product that we sell, but then not what we used to do as of 2021, 2022, even 2019, 2020. Okay, so that's just something to note. Okay, so what are the three things that we did that actually helped us? Now I will go back a little bit and then I'll come forward. So in 2018, we tried doing this e-commerce of a business where you are selling physical products online. Okay, I'm using a mic, you know, at the moment. I'm using a mic. This is a mic, and a lot of content creators use it. And I could decide to sell this. Okay, so just in case for those who don't know what e-commerce is about, it's basically about selling physical products online. You could sell anything online. This is a mic. This is a camera, webcam. You could sell phone. You could sell anything really. You could sell anything. You could sell smart wristwatches. You could sell security gadgets. Just about anything. Okay, vehicles, whatever. Okay, physical health products, supplements, stuff like that. You're selling them over the internet. Okay, that's e-commerce, and that's the business we've been into since 2023. So one thing we did that helped us this 2024 is by expanding our business to other African countries. As of last year, we were only selling majorly in Nigeria and in Cameroon. As of last year, 2 years ago, this is actually a new year. 2 years ago, 2023, when we started e-commerce, we were mainly selling in Nigeria and Cameroon. A bit of Ghana, a bit of Benin, but majorly Nigeria and Cameroon. But then in 2024, we decided to expand into other markets. Okay, we decided to expand into other markets, and so we started now selling majorly. In fact, we were even selling more in other African countries than we were selling in Nigeria. Okay, so which country are we talking about? We're talking Ghana, we're talking Cameroon, we're talking Kenya, South Africa, Zambia, Zimbabwe. We also sold a bit of our product in Equatorial Guinea, Uganda, where again, of course, Benin Republic is not far away from us. So if you really count it, it's of course also Botswana. I didn't remember to mention that Botswana. So let me count again: Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, Benin Republic, Zambia, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Uganda, Botswana. These are like actually 9 countries that we sold at one point or the other. Okay, leveraging on e-commerce. So with this approach, we were able to aim from multiple African economies. I mean, currently the South African rand is about close to 90 naira. For one South African rand, close to 90 naira. The Ghana cedis, as of the last time I received money from days ago, is 1 naira to 1 Ghana cedis to 104 naira. The CFA, Benin Republic currency, CFA, that we used to say Nigerian, you take naira to Benin Republic and you are like a big boy, you are balling. It's no longer like that. One CFA is 2 naira 50 kobo. So imagine if you have 1,000 CFA, that's 2,500 naira. So if you have 10,000 CFA, that's 20,000, 25,000 naira. You can just imagine. You can just imagine. Botswanan currency is even higher than the South African rand. You get. And let me shock you, friends. Are you aware that Zimbabwe is using the United States dollars? Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe is using the United States dollars. That's the currency they use. So imagine if you are able to sell your products or anything to people in Zimbabwe, they will pay you in dollars. Another country that also uses US dollars in Africa is South Sudan. I've not started selling there. Somebody just told me this December and this January we're going to start selling there too. So you now see that even within Africa here, we have a lot of countries that to some extent their currency is still very much reasonable. The power of their currency is still very much reasonable. So if you are selling there, you make a lot of money. I mean, 1,000 Ghana cedis, 1,000 Ghana cedis is over 100,000 naira as of today. 1,000 Ghana cedis. So imagine if you are selling in that economy. Of course, yes, it's not dollar, euro, pounds, but it's a lot more stronger than the naira. And so when we saw all of this, we decided to go all in. You get the point. We decided to go all in. And I can tell you that after Nigeria, the top two countries we sold really well is Ghana and South Africa. And these countries, if you look at their currency, the South African rand is about one dollar is about 18 or 19 rand. The Ghana cedis is almost around that same $1 to like 15 Ghana cedis or 14 Ghana cedis, I don't know, something along that line. So you now see that if you have a product, if you have a way to get your product to those countries, you can make a lot of money. You can make a lot of money. You get. So I don't care what you sell, honestly speaking. I don't care what you sell. If you can get your product into those countries, you will make a lot of money with the right advertisements. You get. So this is the number one strategy we use in being able to maintain the momentum. Because while a lot of people, a lot of businesses in Nigeria are complaining and crying, and even the big ones are even shutting down, we were just seeing opportunities. Because the truth is, now I got to understand why they said Nigeria is actually the giant of Africa. Because in the process of selling in this African continent, I got to understand that Nigeria is actually ahead when it comes to marketing, when it comes to business, when it comes to just the grit, the desire, the ambition to want to do well. Nigeria is actually ahead of many African countries. You get the point. So if you can sell anything, I don't care what it is. If you can look for something to sell in Ghana, in South Africa, in Zimbabwe, in Botswana, in Zambia, you will always smile. You will always smile. So the number one takeaway is this: if there's anything you are selling, if you have a product of your own, start thinking of how you can sell this product in other African countries. I mean, Ghana is here. Ghana is here. You get the point. So that is the first thing we did. We decided to go into other African markets. The second thing we did this time last year, January, I personally signed up for a mastermind. A mastermind. So we went for an e-commerce conference with the facilitators being people who were already nine-figure e-commerce earners. Now, to put this in perspective, nine-figure income earners in Naira are business owners who do on a monthly basis over 100 million Naira in revenue. Over 100 million Naira in revenue. I mean, we have businesses in Nigeria that on a monthly basis, as bad as the Nigerian economy might seem, these guys are still able to do bad as a bad, bad as a bad, 70 million in revenue on a monthly basis. On a monthly basis. So these were the guys that organized the conference. So when I got there and I heard their numbers, I was like, man, do you know that somebody, as of January 2023, somebody did about 88 million naira selling in just Nigeria. And this person, at that point in time, he was selling in about 15 African countries. 15 African countries. In Nigeria alone, he was able to do 88 million. And on a monthly basis, they do over 100 million naira in revenue. So when I heard these numbers, they were like, is this possible in Nigeria? That people complain that businesses are bad, that this is that, and complain here and there. People are still doing these numbers. I told myself I'm going to sit up and learn. You get the point? So, of course, when you hear such numbers, as much as it might sound intimidating to some people, it might come off as if someone is bragging. I mean, this is not my result. It's not my result. It's the result of other people. And what do you do when you hear such things? It's one of two things. Is that you believe or you doubt it. Is that you believe or you doubt it. Many people will be quick to believe. Sorry, many people will be quick to doubt. Like, I beg, they don't come again. They don't come again, and stuff like that. But as a business owner, what I decided to do was to go close to these guys and actually learn from them and see exactly what are they doing, how are they getting such results. And everything was laid out before me, and I saw it and I was like, this thing is not really on a it's not like it's, of course, for now I have not really built the capacity to be able to do 100 million in revenue on a monthly basis. But for me, okay, now let me even go back a step. As of 2023, our revenue on a monthly basis was around highest like 1.5 million in sales. 1.5 million in sales. When we went for that training, I got to meet people who took their businesses from maybe 5 million in revenue to 50 million in revenue on a monthly basis. And I'm like, if these guys can do it, at least I can do something. Even if I can't get to 100 million or 50 million in a month, even if I can do 100% of what I was doing before, I mean, that's a big win for me. And guess what, guys? Throughout the year, we didn't do anything less than 6 million in revenue from all these African countries. This is not a matter of me bragging or whatever. I mean, 6 million is not, you just heard some people's numbers, 100 million in revenue on a monthly basis. We are still somewhere, we are still growing. But what I want you to take out of this conversation is the fact that your business can grow if you enter into the right community, into the right circle, if you connect with experts in your industry. I don't know the industry, I don't know where you are playing, I don't know the field, the industry, the sector you belong. But whatever sector you belong, know that we have people in that sector who are doing numbers, who are doing crazy numbers, crazy numbers. So connect with them, learn from them. Don't be quick to say, maybe they are using something that is not legit. Maybe they are doing something that is illegal. Don't be quick to think that way. I mean, a few weeks ago, I was watching a training. I know many of us will know Shoma of Accounting Hub. She did a training, a conference I think it was last month, November or so. She brought business owners, somebody that was selling parfait is doing more than 10 million in revenue on a monthly basis. Somebody that is selling bed sheets, in less than 2 years, her business grew to the extent that she was able to build a duplex, a duplex for their business. So when I hear such numbers, I'm not as much as, yes, we know people can tell lies, but I'm not quick to doubting it, because I know that if you are in the right community, if you are with the right mentor, if you are with the right people, you will learn these things and your business will grow even further. So one thing I would like to encourage everybody on this call is invest in yourself, invest in your business. Like I posted this morning, if you know that you are going to buy that book and you will not read it and implement, don't buy the book. If there's that course, that online course, that online program, that mentorship, that a mastermind, you know will help your business, but you know that if you buy the course, let it not be that you did not buy and you buy and you fail to implement. If you know that is what you want to do, don't waste your money to buy it. But my advice for everybody here is this: look for people who are doing numbers in your industry. Look for the experts in your space, in your business. If you are doing export, look for those who are doing great numbers in exports and learn from them. This is not a time for competition. It is a time for collaboration. You see one young person, or you see one man, or you see one woman in your industry, in your sector, she is crushing it or he is crushing it. Go close to that person, ask the person, do you have a mentorship, and learn from them. For me now, I don't even like buying online courses. I don't like buying online courses. You get the point? I don't like buying online courses. What I do, if I see an expert in my industry, I will meet him and pay for his mentorship. And he will tell me the blueprints, and I will jump on it immediately. So investing heavily on mentorship, on mastermind, helped me to do some incredible numbers compared to where we used to be. You get the point? So that is the second thing. I know many people will want to say, if you are making money, why do you have an online course? If you are making money, how then are you, if you are truly making money, why are you teaching this thing? And all those childish way of thinking. Don't take that into 2025. If you must grow, if you must do massive numbers, if you must do mad numbers, you should be ready to invest heavily on yourself. You must be intentional about your growth and your development. You get the point? You must be very, very intentional about it. So I've mentioned two things. Number one, we didn't allow fear to prevent us from selling and expanding into African market. Right now, right now, I can buy a product from Nigeria and send it to Ghana. If that product, if I've done my research, now let me give you a story. Early last year, I started selling a product in Nigeria and in Ghana. As of the time I was selling that product in Ghana, I think we're not even up to 5 who were selling that product. But the product was selling in Ghana. I was buying the product in Ghana for 80,000 naira. And I was selling for maybe around, I think around 120, 130,000. But in Nigeria, they were selling that same exact product for 40,000 naira. And it came to my mind, I was like, if this product I'm buying it 80,000 naira in Ghana and they are selling it in Nigeria for 40,000 naira and I'm selling for 120, 130, why not I buy from Nigeria and send to Ghana? I became afraid. And I was like, if I buy product now from Nigeria and I send it to Ghana and something happened to the product, what will happen to the money? Everything will just lost like that. That fear prevented me for like 8, 9 months. I could not do anything. Even though when I saw the opportunity was there. The opportunity was there, but I was afraid. If I buy this product now, fear, fear prevented me from making money. But after I went for that seminar, I said, never. Is it not Ghana here? I will buy from Nigeria and I will send to Ghana. Right now, I have a product I'm selling in Ghana. The product is selling for 140,000 naira in Nigeria, but that same product is selling in Ghana for almost 300,000. Will I sit down, fold my hand and say, if I send product, the custom will do this, custom will do that, and I'm seeing an opportunity of 150,000, even if it's 100,000 naira, I will not take the risk. That fear, I kill the fear. Right now, even if I don't have a million naira, even if I don't have the money to buy 20 units of that product, even if it is five, if I buy five, there's no way in less than 5 days I will not sell that five in Ghana and make my money. You get the point? So those were some of the things 2 years ago or even last year I would have been scared to like really take the risk. But now, Ogbeni, I have to put in the effort. I have to take the risk. Yes, sometimes custom might intercept the goods. Of course, it's not contraband. It's not. Highest, there will be a little bit of delay. Instead of the thing arriving in a day or two, it might take maybe a week or so. But then eventually it will arrive and we will still sell it and we will still make our money. You get the point? So fear is one thing that preventing a lot of business owners from taking opportunities that is right before them. You see an opportunity, you are scared. If I do one now, if you begin to second guess yourself, my brothers, my sisters, as business owners, you have to be ready to take the risk because everything, like they say, you are looking for is in the other side of fear. You get? Those are some of the things I decided to consciously work on so that whenever an opportunity presents itself, I take it. I give you another example. I was selling a particular product in Nigeria. I decided, okay, let me even go back a bit. I said I expanded to 8 African countries. Now, did you know that these 8 African countries, we were actually selling the same product? The same product. So what I did was, when I noticed that this product was selling in Nigeria and in Ghana, I decided to go into other African markets and look for suppliers of that product in other African countries. And that was how we got into South Africa. Now, when I got into South Africa, we were selling the product, but then I realized that my supplier told me that these products will also do well in other African countries surrounding South Africa. Countries like Zambia, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Namibia. And I'm like, for real? And I then went ahead, created a website for those countries. And I tested it and I was getting orders. But now the product is not in those countries. Do you know what I did? I bought product from South Africa. I was sending product to Zambia. I was sending product to Zimbabwe. I was sending product to Botswana. What if they scam me? It's easy for us to think that way, like, you are not in South Africa. You are buying product from somebody you don't know. What if you pay the person and he doesn't deliver? My own ideology is this: you no fit scam me pass once. If I give you money, I mean, you do like they say, take calculated risk. So when I do such things, what I simply just do is, okay, if the product was selling for 450 Ghana, sorry, 450 rand. So instead of me just throwing money into it, I decided to test the waters by asking the supplier to send just five. Okay, let's test this thing. Send five to Zambia, send five to Zimbabwe, send five to Botswana, and let's wash. In less than 2 weeks, we sold everything. We repeated the same thing in Zimbabwe, in Botswana, in Zambia, and that was how we started. Until I eventually decided to look for a supplier in until I eventually got a supplier in the country. So right now I don't need to buy because we have a supplier like an importer of the product in those countries. So I just deal directly with them, send them orders, deliver to customer, and I make the money. So again, the point is you should be ready to take some level of risk as a business owner the way Naija dey go. Because if you don't, you will be stuck and you will think that life is everything is falling apart. No, the internet has made life very easy. I mean, I'm here now. I've not traveled out of Nigeria in the last 2 years, but I'm able to do business in different African countries. And right now, we are now gradually moving even into Europe. This January now, we'll start selling in Europe. Again, I don't need to travel. So you have to be very, 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 very intentional. How am I able to come up with all of these things if I not see wetin other people dey do? If I not see wetin the ogas at the top are doing, there's no way I would think about this. I mean, one of my mentor was like, I was having a conversation with him, and I told him I sell in South Africa, and he was like, for real? You sell in South Africa? I said, yes. And he's like, how are you guys doing it? And I explained. So if somebody is selling in Kenya, is selling in Cameroon, is selling in Benin Republic, if I never heard about it, there's nothing on earth that will make me think that, okay, this one in Nigeria is somehow, let's sell in other countries. But these are some of the things you gain when you are in the right community, when you are with the right set of people in your sector, in your business, in your industry. Again, the place of mentorship can never be overemphasized. So these are two things that I did that has helped my business significantly. Significantly. Investing in mentorship and mastermind, as well as testing other markets, not limiting myself to Nigeria. Now, the final thing I'm going to speak on is advertisements. As a business, as an individual, self, let me even start from there. As an individual, if you're not ready to invest in advertisements, your business will not grow. Now, let me give you some numbers. In 2019, when I started selling online, for one full year, we were only able to sell 250,000 naira. 12 months, 250,000 naira alone. The following year, 2020, we did 20 million in revenue. 20 million in revenue. Now, do the math. From 250,000 to 20 million in revenue. How is it possible? It is nothing but, okay, let me say two things, because I wouldn't take out the God factor, because for me, I'm a Christian and I believe in God. Of course, the God factor is there. But apart from that, investing heavily on marketing, advertisement, setting out a huge amount of money for budgeting a huge amount of money for advertisement was what was responsible. As at that time, when we did 250,000 in 250,000 in sales for 1 year, I didn't know anything about marketing, advertising, selling on using Facebook ad or Instagram ad to sell. I didn't know anything about that. But in 2020, I had to learn. And when I learned it, ever since then, I've been on the run. So, as a business owner, some people fit carry 50, 100 million go buy market for China. Make dem no get 1 million naira to run adverts. And they will be sitting down and saying Nigeria this, Nigeria that. I mean, it doesn't work like that. Just the way you are thinking about buying product for your business, that is how you have to be very intentional about your marketing. Your marketing, it has to be, you have to be very intentional. So from 250,000 in revenue in 1 year, we did 20 million naira in revenue in the following year, and ever since then it has been growing. When we started e-commerce in 2023, the first month we did 350K in revenue, and last year we did 15 million in revenue. That was in 2023. This year, this year, sorry, this is a new year. In so 15 million in 2023 in revenue. 2024, first month of our business, we did 9 million naira in revenue. Of course, with all of these things I've said, with the right mentorship, trying to enter into other markets, and of course, spending heavily on advertisements. We did 9 million naira in revenue. We closed the year, and now I'm giving these figures not to brag or anything. I mean, I'm not even there. When I think of what other people are doing, I still dey play. We ended the year with, I did a calculation, I didn't even add the last 2 months. We're already close to 60M in revenue in 2024. Now look at the difference. 15 million in revenue 2023, 2024, it's actually over 70 million in revenue. In revenue, 70 million. What is possible? What is responsible for this huge jump in revenue? It is nothing more than God, and most importantly, marketing. Before now, if somebody tells me pay money make we do video to run ad, I go say no. I want to get the one from YouTube, the one that other people have created. But this 2024, I had to pay somebody 200,000 to create just two videos for me. Two videos. Two. Not marketing budget, just the video I'm going to use to advertise. One is 100,000. So marketing is very important. Advertisement is very important. So if you want to do big numbers, if you want to grow your business, no be format. My ogas at the top, some of them dey pay. This is where they've taken this game to now. They will go and meet skit makers, people like Sabinos and all those kind of people. They give them 1.5 million, 2 million naira just to create a video, and they use that video to run ads. So imagine somebody is using somebody like Regina Daniels, Sabinus, who again, all those popular celeb and content creators. These are the people that your the ogas at the top in e-commerce are now using to run adverts. So imagine somebody will pay 1.5 million to a skit maker to create a video, and we now have people in Nigeria wey be say on a daily basis dey spend over 1 million naira advertising their market. Na that point na marketing don dey for Naija. So if you are a business owner, you are complaining about sales, you are complaining about leads, people no dey buy, people no dey this. The question is, are you spending on advertisement? How much is your marketing budget in a month? I mean, for we are still growing. We are still growing, but at least we try nothing bad as e bad. There's no how we are not going to spend 800, 900K in advertisement per month. We are still growing. We are hoping to grow to that point where we will spend that amount on a daily basis. I mean, some of my ogas at the top, that is what they do. And so when you hear somebody is making like 100 million in revenue per month, you should understand that he's spending significantly on advertisement. So if you are spending 1 million naira on advertisement, that is in a month, he's spending 30 million on advertisement. In 2024, we spent almost 10 million naira on advertisement. I mean, we still dey grow, but people don dey ahead of the game wey be say you can copy. So my advice for you all is this: I don't know the industry, the sector, whatever you are selling, whatever you dey sell, we have people who are doing great numbers, who are doing massive numbers. Go and learn from them. Do not just compete with them blindly. Learn from them. You get the point? Learn from them, and you will also get results for your business. You get? So that's basically the three things that we did that helped us to actually um, went for like we practically went from like 15M to like 70M in revenue in 12 months. Again, this is not to brag or anything. I mean, we never even start. We are still like babies. We are still like babies. We are still at the bottom level. But I mean, we are grateful for where we are. But then, because I know what people are doing, while I'm not looking down on where we are, but it's giving me insight into what is possible. Because the truth is this: you cannot get a result that you don't believe in. You cannot do numbers that you don't believe, that you don't know is possible. Before now, honestly, if somebody tells me that there's a business in Nigeria with e-commerce or something that can give you 100 million in revenue in a month, I go say na lie. I would say if you are selling in the EU market or in the US market, yes, that's possible. But we have fellow Nigerians who are doing crazy numbers. So again, whatever sector you belong, whatever business you belong, go and look for those who are doing great numbers and pay for their mentorship and learn from them. You get? So that's all I have to share with you, friends. So the final takeaway is, like I said, be very, very intentional about your personal development and your growth. Be very intentional about it. I mean, the government is not coming to save anybody. The government is doing their thing. And just to put things in perspective, there have never been any government in Nigeria that the present is better than the previous. They happen. So as much as people complain about this economy right now, the truth is this: our dear president will rule, another person will enter, and guess what? People will still tell you that, please, Tinubu, come back. We need you. It is that bad, because the truth is things will always get from bad to worse for many people generally. But then, as a business person and as individuals, if we are very intentional about our growth and our business, we will go places. We will do great numbers. You get? So surround yourself with people who are doing great numbers. Learn from them. Don't be shy to invest in your business. Don't be shy to invest in advertisement. It is key. It is key. You get the point? And of course, like I will always say, the God factor is there. Whatever you believe in, whether it's God, whether it's whatever, it's important. We are humans, and there's always a higher force that kind of blesses our effort. And for those who are Christians, even the Bible said it that, have you seen a man skillful at his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before common men. So what is that telling you? Whatever you are doing, be serious about it. That business you are doing, where you dey look comot your eye, put your eye there, learn very well. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised with the numbers you do. You get the point? So, and then another thing I would just want to say is, this is a new year. A lot of persons will be in the habit of, okay, it's a new year, let's do something else. When in me, I'm not going anywhere. I'm with e-commerce. I'm not doing any. If other things I will even do is just by the side. This e-com I'm doing, I'm going to remain there. Many people will be like jumping from one business to another, one business to another. But the truth is this: you not get any business one of it give you the kind of money where you dey find. If only you would learn and implement how to get results in that business. Learn from the right people, implement, and you will get results. You get the point. So that's my one or two advice for business owners, and I intend to go live for the next 7 days. Like every day we come on Lord, you ask me your questions, and we'll see where you are in your business, and I'll give advice and suggestion and actionable steps, not just word of mouth, like really practical things you can do to grow your business wherever you are. Okay, wherever you are in your business, whatever is the struggle you are having with in your business. I mean, I can't solve every problem, but the ones I can solve, the ones I know how to go about it, I will give you advice on what you need to do to grow your business. If you have any challenge, if you have any difficulty, if there's anything that is holding you back, that's not making you to move to the level you want to be, you can share it with us, and we can offer advice, offer you some practical steps, some practical guidance that can help your business grow, because we need it. Me, I no dey compete with anybody. As far as this e-commerce, I don't compete. If I see somebody who is doing well, I go learn from the person. You get? So that is my one or two cents of advice to you, friends. Once again, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you guys for showing up. I know you might have one or two questions if you want to ask, so we'll use the remaining um, let's say the remaining 15 minutes to take questions. If you have any question you'd like to ask based on what we've said, And please let me know, was it worth your while? Was it worth your while? If you got value, if it makes sense, if you've learned anything new, say something. Okay? Use the comment section, say something. Let's know if you got value. Let's know if it was worth your time. Okay? And of course, if you have any question related to what we've just discussed, you can use the raise hand icon and we'll call on you. Or if you have any question about your business that you want to ask, you can also ask. The one where we know we will answer. The one where we don't know, we will find a way to help ourselves. So we have a question from Madam Agbola, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So please unmute yourself and ask your
Hmm.
question.
Okay, good evening, sir. Good evening, house.
Good evening, ma. You're welcome.
Yeah, compliments of the season once again, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for tonight's presentation. It was really value packed.
Thank you. I'm
Thank
happy
you
you
for
found it
sharing your
valuable.
experience with us.
I'm happy you found
Yes,
it
sir.
valuable.
It's just, yes, it's letting us know that you can be in Nigeria and still make it.
Sure.
If you are in the right community and you're ready to put in the work.
Very important. Very important.
Mm.
That aspect cannot be
Yes,
taken.
thank you, sir. Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
Now, they do it for you e-commerce that you've been posting for a while.
Okay.
How can some of us that do not have such a huge capital benefit from it? Ah, our host has been removed though. Okay, it's back.
Okay. So you say, how can you be a part of the ecom done for you? Now you know the ecom done for you is two in one. We have the one we do ever since we've been doing. That's for African markets.
I'm lost. I can't hear you, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So like I said the done for you that we've been doing is two in one. So we have the done for you for African market where we help you build you build your e-commerce business and you start selling to African countries without you buying, importing, or doing any of those heavy lifting. Then we now have the one we just started,
Oh, I
which
can't
is
hear you again.
just a moment. Okay, just a moment. Can you
Okay,
hear
sir.
me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. So like I said, the e-com done for you, it's two in one. We have the one for African market, we have the one for the EU market that we're starting this January. You get. So
Mhm.
your question is, if you don't have, what's the question again, please? Come again with the question.
I think there was I saw some posts that I think we need like one hem to participate in it if I'm not wrong.
Wrong. Okay, yeah. So that's the one for the EU market. As of December, I said it's going to be, because right now it's 2 million naira if you want to do that e-com setup for you to sell in the European market. So that's 2 million naira. For those who want to sell in the African market, is it used to be 500,000, but right now it's a 1 million naira. You
Mm,
get. So your question is, if you don't have that much to invest, how can
that's
you start,
much.
right?
Yes, sir.
So I used to do this thing called 7 days drop shipping challenge, 7 days drop shipping live challenge, where I teach business owners how they just watch me build a drop shipping business from scratch. So they watch me build it. We start by picking a niche, picking a product, finding a supplier in any of the African countries, building a website, starting the advertisement, and then at the end of the training, I usually give them that product to start selling. You get, so that's something else that I also do, but it's not something I do every month because it's very, very time consuming. And maybe in February we might do something like that, but definitely not in January. You get, so that's also
Okay,
something
okay.
you can take advantage of whenever the opportunity comes up.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Uh, Madam, I really don't know. I think from the names, I really can't tell if there are some names I can't tell, but let me just call the name. Olarewaju. Please, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Oh, we are up to 20. Interesting. Okay. Mr. or Mrs. Olarewaju. Can you unmute? I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please,
Can you hear me, sir?
your volume is not too clear.
Yes, sir.
Can you maybe move closer to your device?
Can you, okay, can you hear me now, sir?
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Can we hear him? Let me hear from
Hello?
others if they can hear you.
Hey,
Yes,
hey,
please.
hello.
I
Can you hear
can
me?
hear him.
Yes,
Oh.
yes, please.
Okay,
I can
okay,
hear him.
We can hear
okay,
him.
okay. Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
All right.
Good evening. I actually appreciate the knowledge you are actually passing across to us. So, as a leader, we so much appreciate you. And God will continue to help you and grow more in Jesus' name. So my actual question is, what I saw you posted this afternoon that motivate me to say, okay, let me be part of this program. You said you learn the YouTube ways of advertising that quickly change your market. So my question is, can you help us in that area see how we can also boost our sales as a result of what you learn from that YouTube advertisement? And the second
Okay.
question is, um, hmm?
Go ahead with the second question.
Do you understand what I'm saying, sir?
Yes, I
Yeah.
got your
So the
question. Go
second the
ahead.
second question is you. Uh, so the second question is, you always talk about website. So in this e-commerce whatever. So my own is that, can we build the website by ourselves, or we should have maybe an expert that can help us to build, because the actual way I'm having challenge is that website of a thing. So that has been the major factor which myself I've not personally involved in all this e-commerce whatever. So maybe if you can help us on that website or how we can go about it, personally I will appreciate. So that's my question, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, so the first question is YouTube something. Okay, so I intend to teach on that within the next 7 days. We're going to pick a day what we're going to do. So we're going to have a day for Facebook. What is now working when it comes to Facebook advertisements? Because the bulk of our sales has been coming from Facebook and Instagram. So how can you leverage Facebook, Instagram, and now YouTube? The only thing with YouTube, I'm going to teach you guys if I get enough people who are interested in it. But the thing with YouTube is the biggest challenge we have with YouTube in Nigeria is that if you are to use your normal YouTube, it's going to be the ad account is going to be in dollars, and you'll be paying you're going to be buying dollar to pay for it, which is quite expensive, you know. And then the other option that
Mm.
I also learned from the course it's a bit expensive. They will give you there's a way you can get a Google ad account in Naira. You get. But then the platform, it's a bit pricey. To get started on the platform, you need to spend your first ad budget should be nothing less than 100,000 naira. You get. So that should be your first ad budget. So if you can pull that, I mean, you can get your Google ad account up and running in less than 10 minutes. And if you but the thing is this, with Google ad or YouTube ad, you need to have a website. So that leads us to the second question. So just to answer the first one, I would arrange a day to do that training for YouTube and to show you what is working with Facebook. Maybe we'll take 2 days to do that, you know. Then the second question is, whether can I teach you how to do website and all of that. Honestly, I don't like to call myself a website designer, even as much as I create websites and I do websites at times. I have an assistant that do that right now. So the thing is, and this is something I'm also supposed to share with you. When you want to grow your business and you realize that there's a particular skill set that you are lacking, as a smart business owner, don't always be thinking about how you can learn that thing yourself. If you can learn it, fine and good. But the thing is this, it's going to take you time to learn it. And it's going to cost you a lot more money to learn it in most cases. For example, if you're not good with Facebook ads, I will not advise you to struggle too much with it. If you've taken a course on it and you've learned it, you tried implementing it and you cannot get result with it, what I would, if it was last year, if it was 2 3 years ago, I would say go learn it, go learn it. But now, no, look for somebody who is good at it, pay the person and let the person do that job for you. So the same thing I'm going to say for website design. You need a website to grow your business massively. Don't let anybody deceive you that you can run WhatsApp ad in 2025. You need a website if you want to do great numbers. And you cannot say you want to learn it all by yourself. If you can learn it, fine. But if you try to learn it and you cannot, it's not the enter. Look for someone that can build you a website and you start selling. That's my advice for you. So look for someone who can do it. If you cannot, if you have genuinely tried to do it yourself, but yet the thing be like say not the enter, don't stress yourself. Look for someone, pay the person, and get the job done. You get. So my advice is, any aspect of your business that is hard for you to master, outsource it. That's just the truth. Outsource it. Okay. But of course, if you can learn it, fine. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
So that's my answer to your question, please. We have one more person on
Okay, sir.
on
Yes, sir.
is it Teg? Is it Teg? Is it Tega or Tegs? Please unmute yourself. It's like Tegs, or is it Tega or Tegs? I don't know, but please, I think you know yourself, so you can please unmute yourself and let's take your questions. Honestly, I would have been super excited more than this if we had been able to do this on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for 6 years and I've not taken it really seriously. I think the first video I uploaded on YouTube was in 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 7 years, actually. So my intention was to, in the spirit of 2025, do something new. So I was like, I'm going to go over and be doing my training on YouTube live. But the network casted me or ghosted me, as they will say it. So I'm going to figure a way out
Good
because
evening.
I need to be doing these
Good evening.
trainings on yeah. Go ahead on YouTube.
Good evening. My name is Ondokade Tega.
Oh, Tega, yeah, I suspect Tega from Delta State.
Ye- Yes, yes.
Sharp.
Thank you very
These are
much.
my
I
people be
really,
that.
I really
Everybody's my people, sharp, but this one are my
appreciate
people.
you for.
All right, go ahead,
Thank
go
you very
ahead.
much. I really I really gained some insight from what you just discussed tonight. And I think by late last year, November, I set up my online store. And since then, I'll be doing product research, and I've import some products in my shop. But there's something you said about Facebook marketing. You talk about using an influencer. In the course of my studies, I've learned about influencer marketing and other kind of marketing, Google Shopping ad, and the rest. But one thing that grabbed my attention, you talk about using of influencer. There is an app, a software I discovered recently. That software is all about you budget your own advertisement for your ad, but the software you subscribe for the software, and the software will do the ad creatives for you, like the video, or if you want to use picture to to process the advertisement to make sure that the ad hits the
The
target
right
audience.
audience, yeah.
So I want to ask if such kind of software will really lead to conversion.
I mean, my advice is test it and see.
Okay.
Okay. I can't sit here and then
Okay.
tell you,
Yeah.
no, it's not gonna work. No, I can't do that. Test. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe you can test it and
Okay.
get a breakthrough,
Thank
and
you.
tomorrow I'm running after you. When you come and teach me, come and teach me. So that's life. Honestly, that's it. So
Yeah.
my advice is
Yeah.
test it. Okay? Test and see.
Yeah.
If it works for you, fine, go ahead. Share the knowledge. But
Okay.
if you test it and it doesn't
Okay.
work, then
Yeah.
try something else. Okay? But for
Okay.
me, I really
Okay.
don't. A lot of persons, just to mention, a lot of persons actually worry themselves too much about Facebook, targeting, and all of that. To be honest with you, friends, I've been running what they call sales campaign on Facebook for 5 years now, since 2020. Since 2020, we've spent maybe close to 50 million on Facebook advertisements during this period of time. And one thing I can tell you for free is this: I have never gotten results with that thing they call detailed targeting. Detailed targeting. No, I've never gotten results with it. All my adverts are usually they are usually what they now call broad targeting. Broad targeting. I don't put anything like, okay, say for example I'm selling skincare products. I'll now go into the targeting place. I'll now put skincare, wellness. I don't do those things. I just I do my setup and everything. When I go on the Facebook ad, the only thing I'm concerned about is my video. The video should be able to speak the language that my potential customer will resonate with. So I just go in. Of course, it's conversion ad. I pick the location. I put the amount. Highest, I can just say 25 years and above, and that's it. Nothing like interest targeting, wanting targeting, zero targeting. That's what I use. And it has been working. And my mentors, the people that I was telling you that spend as high as ₦1 million on advertisements, it is the same thing they are doing. And with the Facebook AI and everything now, Facebook is even recommending that type. Because when you do interest targeting, it's like you dey tie the hand of the algorithm. You are restricting them to where they can get to, what they can do. But when you do broad, you give them the leverage to get you customers, so long that person has the interest or is somebody that Facebook knows to be somebody who is used to buying things online. They go find am anywhere e dey, they go find am come for you. You get? So that's the beautiful thing about zero or broad targeting. No need for interest, just the location, the age if you want to, and your video or your picture, and you are good to go. So Again, I would say test that new software something. Okay, whatever it,
Okay.
whichever
Thank you.
way it goes, you can let us know. Maybe if it works out, fine and good. But then I want to ask a question. You said you've been doing product research for some time and that you imported some
Yes.
products. Did I get you right?
Yes, yes. I not import it. I import it to my online store from my suppliers.
Okay, okay. So what type of e-com are you
Mm.
doing? Is it like international drop shipping, or you're also selling to the Nigerian market or African market?
My target market EU, US, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand.
Okay, okay, sharp, sharp, sharp. So what has been the experience like?
So first, I'll be having few
You're
sales.
packing
I
money
just
now,
started
Abi.
to
You're
about
packing you're packing money, right?
two. I not started packing money. Just like 2 months ago, I started. And
Okay,
I'm in the platform I'm using. I think WooCommerce. That's what I'm using.
okay, I see
The
WooCommerce.
website
Okay,
e-commerce platform. Yes,
okay. But are you making sales?
yes. I was making some few sales.
Small, small sales like that. How much do you spend daily on
Yes.
advertisements?
So, for this now, I spend like $20 per day.
$20 per day, okay? So that's a
Yes.
good start. That's a good start. But then you definitely need to upgrade because the EU market and the US market, there's a lot of competition. We have guys. The person I learned Facebook ad from this December that ended, he spent $36 million in advertisements.
Wow.
$36 million.
Wow.
Okay, just a moment, friends. Let me just conflict come back. The cutting something two. All right. So the guy spent $36 million this December alone. So you can see the kind of people you are competing with. So but of course start from somewhere, okay, and then grow. So that should be all. That should be all.
Yeah.
Madam Folake, I see your hand up. You can ask your question.
Yeah, hello, coach. Good evening.
Good evening,
Thank you for
ma'am.
this
You're
opportunity.
welcome.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. I hope others can hear
Okay,
her.
yeah. Okay, so that we don't waste our time. I was about asking, can you give us ideas of products that we can
So,
go into if we want to explore yes in the African market and you
okay,
know ideas of those things that we can look into. You know,
okay,
that's what I want to.
okay. So the thing is this, it's better you pick a niche, all right? It's
Okay.
better you pick a niche
Yeah.
and then look for the hot selling product in that niche and then pick one of them. That's how we do it. So let me explain
Okay.
again. You pick a niche. Say, for example, you want to be selling
Yeah.
kitchen,
Cosmetic. Okay.
let's say, for example, kitchen equipment. Okay.
Okay, good.
So now, when you pick that niche, you now go and look for what are the top 20 hot selling products in this niche. And then you pick one and start selling. So,
Okay.
how do you find the top 20 selling products? You can use Amazon. You can go on Google and type Amazon best sellers for kitchen equipment. They open, you see
Okay.
them. Once you now see them, you come to it now depends on where you want to be, what type of e-com you want to do. If it's drop shipping, it means you have to look for people that have that product in your country or in any of the country you want to sell in. Or if you want to do pure e-commerce, you cannot think about buying the product from Alibaba from China and then selling in Nigeria. Okay, but that's like the advanced way. The beginner way is do drop shipping and you are good to go. I mean, products are so many. Then we have some paid tools that with just few click of the button, you have been it just show you high a hot selling product that are already doing very well in the US market, and then you just come check and see how it's doing in the Nigerian market. Like I found a product that somebody was selling and is still selling in Nigeria. The guy, if you see the ad, ah, the person has been selling the product for more than a year. He's got, I think, if I'm not mistaken, almost 1,000 comments. His video is over 1 million views. And I looked at it and I'm like, okay. I went over to Zimbabwe and okay, so this had happened. I didn't actually go over to Zimbabwe to be looking at the product. So I know that product is a winning product selling very well in Nigeria already. So the idea is this. So if you have a product that is selling very well in Nigeria, go and look for other African markets. Is this product there? Is it selling? If it is selling in Nigeria, it means it can sell in other African countries. That is the scope we use. Just the way if you go to the US market, you see what is selling, the top selling product in US market. You go to a country in Europe, Germany, Portugal, Spain, Italy, or whatever. Check those countries, see if that product is selling there. If that product is not selling, what you do is take that product, set up a store, preferably in the language of that country, and start selling it. So the same thing, Nigeria again, king of Africa or giant of Africa. Look at what they are selling in Nigeria. Go to Ghana, check, see if they are selling it there. If they are not, start selling it. If they are selling it in Ghana, look at other countries. Try South Africa, try Zambia, try Zimbabwe. So again, I discovered that the product was selling very well, and then somehow I stumbled on a supplier in Zimbabwe that has the product, and I messaged him. As of today, we've given him like 7 orders between 2 days ago, as in the day before Christmas, so the day before New Year, and today. That's like 3 days interval. Now we've given him like 7 orders, but we're testing gradually, and he delivered one today. And guess what? The one when he sell, my profit na $15. $15. And I will collect am. You get, so that's just, but then I might go into some of these things if I get a yes from from the majority. Because honestly speaking, one thing I've noticed about this e-com business we're doing, it makes me a bit kind of laid back, lazy. I find it sometimes I'll be asking myself, this thing I want to share, is it going to be valuable? Like, will they really value it? Is it what they need? Will it make sense? I was almost giving up when the YouTube thing wasn't working today. And I'm like, let me just relax. And then Madam Agbola joined the call on Zoom. Sorry, on Google Meet. And I'm like, okay, one person I've joined, let's see. And just a few minutes ago, I checked and I was like, we are 20, because when we started, we were like, I think less than 10, So again, there are different ways you can get products and all of that, but it's not something I can explain now. So if we all are going to show up for the 7 days, everyday live, but I have to figure a way how I can do this thing on YouTube. I mean, I need to get those watch hours. That is my goal. I want to hit that 4,000 watch hour in in less than no time. So we will go into all of that. We'll go into all of product research and all of that for those who are interested in doing e-commerce. you know so I think I've answered your question. Is there any other hand that's not taking their question? Any other person? No other person. So I'm happy you guys got value from the training, because honestly, I ecom is a very busy business that keeps you that it's a business that kind of makes you lazy, because when you set up everything, the only thing you just be doing is send orders to your supplier, they deliver for you, you check your ad, you check your orders, so it's like lazy man's way of making money. Of course, I know that there's a lot of stress when you want to scale, There's a lot of stress in it, but as a beginner, you won't really stress yourself too much. So it kind of make me kind of laid back. So I find it I begin to discover that I'm not doing as much training as I'm supposed to do. Because the truth is, if people will know not teach, how I go take learn the little what I know. That's just how it is. Because today now, a lot of young people think that you cannot make serious money without doing yahoo yahoo. And if they think like that, now some of us might cause am too, because those who are doing good numbers don't want to talk about it, don't want to teach people. Some do it deliberately, some because maybe they feel that they are not qualified enough or whatever. So it make it seem like you cannot do something legit and make really crazy money in Nigeria if it not be Yahoo, if it not be any other dirty things. But that narrative is gradually changing, you know. So I think that should be all for tonight. If we don't have any other questions, so let me ask the 20 of us on the call right now. Um, do we agree for us to do this every day for the next 7 days? What do you think? Let me know. Do you guys agree?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Let me see the chat. Let me see the chat. If you want us to do this, use the comment section. Use the comment section. Let me see your yes. Let me see your yes or your no. Let me see your yes. Let me see your yes. Okay. So, okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So I'm seeing a lot of yes. I'm seeing a lot of yes. Okay. No issues. No issues. So let me see this recording. How many minutes now is it?
Mm.
1 hour 17 minutes. Okay, so tomorrow
Just
we're going to have another call tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday,
okay.
8 p.m. Okay, so but
Yeah,
I would
tomorrow
have
is
loved
Friday.
to I would have loved to hear from those of us on the call, maybe because of the time. Maybe you can drop what business
Mm,
model are you currently into? Okay, what business model are you currently into?
okay.
And then maybe I could share, and
Okay.
maybe you can also drop what is your biggest challenge currently with the business you are into, so I can look at it and maybe that could form a topic for discussion tomorrow
The business.
before we
Okay.
now go into maybe the e-com thing that we're going to be doing the 7 days uh,
Okay.
training for. Okay, Mr. Emmanuel, food stuff. Okay, okay. So only one person. So for the others, even if na 9 to 5, you can write it. If you've not started a business yet, you can also put it down. Let's know. I mean, the the more I know about you, the better I'll be able to share some of this information, put it in a way, tailor it in a way that will benefit everybody. So so we have just two persons. Okay. So 9 to 5. We have just two person. Food.
Mm,
I'm a nurse by profession, working. Okay. Into online sales of resources. You're into e-commerce now, Mr. Madam Agbola. Okay, you do majorly WhatsApp. You do majorly WhatsApp. In 2019, I myself and some friends we contributed money to promote to do like drop shipping for a particular wristwatch. Then we're buying that wristwatch for it's not 4 5. We're selling for 16,000
hmm.
naira.
Hey.
They play. No, no, darling, no. We're selling it for 16, and we did about 3 point something million in sales in 2 months. You get. So wristwatches they sell, they always sell. It always sells. Inverter and solar system, yes. That one sef money dey am o. Solar
Money there,
system.
if you know the right products to use, but you know, go jam go jam nonsense products. We no go give you correct result. Though. I pity
Yeah,
your condition.
yeah,
Hmm.
you need to. But of course, the demand for solar system now is high now because of the condition of Nigeria.
Very high, very high.
Because even those in
Imagine
Lagos
one for
now,
one for over
those in Lagos now, they are
48
paying
hours now.
very, very high for the generator and all of that. So
You
for
no
sorry,
give us light. These wicked
Mr.
people, they are just
Nathan
wicked.
sells car engines and parts, export to Burkina Faso. Oh, really? Nice one, nice one, nice one, nice one, nice one. So, factory operator. Okay, I mean that's fine too. That's fine. That's fine. You can always still have something by the side, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Then who again? Ready to wear Ashade. I mean no Asha Olapeju. Ready to wear. Ah,
Mm.
ready to wear. In 2018, I I don't see Shege too sha. So in 2018, in April, that was when I started trying e-commerce for the first time. I wanted to do the international e-commerce
Okay.
thing, and I couldn't get results, and I gave up.
Mm.
But then I now found a
Mm.
friend who was selling ready to wear in Jumia, Konga, Gigi, Deal Day, Payport,
Okay.
and some of those other stuff. So I started working with him. So I think that was
Mm.
actually my first experience with e-commerce, you know.
Mm.
So ready to wear, we're selling senator wears, Ankara, traditional attires for men, senator wears, and all these attires and all of that. So as at that time, we had some customers in UK who were buying from us, but
Mm.
the bulk of them were from
Mm.
Nigeria. So they will buy from, they'll place order in 48 hours, we'll get the materials ready, and we take it to Jumia Hub,
Mm.
we send it to the customer, and the customer make payments, and they remit to us and all of that. So
Mm.
it's a good business
Okay.
model. The only challenge is that if you want to scale, you need a lot of
Ready
hands.
to well.
You need a lot of hands
Mm.
because as at that time we actually didn't have a shop, but we partnered with some
Mm.
guys in Sangros markets in Lagos Island,
Because
not far from Obalende. You can take a keke
mm.
napep from Obalende to Sangros Market. We
Mm.
had a lot of tailors there, some guys from Benin Republic, some Yoruba speaking guys.
Okay.
You know, one person they show, one
Mm.
person they sew shirt, one person they sew trouser, one person they do embroidery. That kind of method.
Mm.
That was how we are doing it then. So in
Mm.
like 2 hours, 3 hours,
Mm.
the full attire is ready. You know, so it's a business that there's a lot of money too. And I have a friend who has a shipping company. They export.
Okay.
Some of their customers just export made ready to wear African attires to shops, US African shop in the US. You get, and they make their money too. That one at least that one is even safer than food export because nothing like say
Okay.
e expire or e spoil for
Mm.
road. Anytime when you reach there, you are good. You know, so this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. So I think
Mm.
most of us are already doing one or two business, which is fine. So by tomorrow,
Mm.
um, okay, myself, I'm into real estate. Ah, real estate, nice one, nice one. Last year, when was that, sir? Was it last year? Okay, last year is 2024. 2024 just finished. So 2023,
Yeah.
I did a training with Stephen Akintayo, who is one real estate guru.
Not good.
And ever since then, I've not
Hmm.
actually started real estate. I mean, but it's a good business. It's a good business that maybe with time I would also look into it. I want to begin to sell to Nigerians and abroad. Real estate, yeah, it's good, but real estate is a business that you have to put yourself out there. It's not like we now.
Hmm.
You can be
Hmm.
doing e-commerce, nobody know you, and you're making your millions. Nobody will know you.
Hmm.
Nobody will see you, except you have a training like what we are trying to do now. But apart from that,
Hmm.
really, real estate, you have to show up. You have to show up. That's the issue with real estate. You have to show up. You have to show up very well because there's a lot of competition, you know. And, but
Hmm.
of course, money self still there now. Mhm. So, okay, let's wrap up. Let's wrap up. I'm happy at least today was not a failure, and I'm glad that you guys got
No, it
value
wasn't.
from the
Yeah,
training.
I'm glad I attended.
I will try to
Thank
do.
you, sir.
I will try to do more of this. Even after the 7 days, I'll try to do
Okay.
more of this. But my issue
Hmm.
now is I
Okay.
have to do this more on YouTube. I have to be doing this more on YouTube. That is my concern now. How will I get this
Hmm.
YouTube thing figured out? That is the issue now. So I have to go and look for somebody who is good with YouTube to teach me or to show me what did I not do right. Was it just a problem of network?
Hmm.
I'll need to find out. I'll need to find out. But I mean, I'm glad you got value from the training. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So before we wrap up, any question?
Mm-hmm.
Any question? Okay, I, Madam Dixon.
Yes, sir. Good.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you so much. I think I've been following you for some time. 2021, 2021, 2022, I joined your
Export training.
export trip. So
Oh
it's been
yeah.
like that thing. Yeah. Thank you so much. In fact, you've been helping from afar. We are
Thank you.
so understanding.
Thank you
So
so
you
much.
actually made mention of that we actually should focus too much on competition but collaboration. And
Hmm.
Ghana, we have a very big market here. So I'd like to say that anybody that is ready to partner or collaborate, actually available
Great,
to
Oh.
great,
help
great,
push
great.
whatever product that they.
So
Yes. So
um,
basically,
you can you can share your contact. You can share your contacts on the chat.
okay,
So please,
okay.
Madam Dixon is in Ghana. So please, if you
Hmm.
want to sell in the Ghana market, you can reach out to her. You know, you can reach out to her. You can reach out to her. I mean, one contact
No.
can make a big difference. So I remember my experience with South Africa. It was someone that actually gave me the
Hmm.
supplier's contact, and
Hmm.
ever since then, ah,
Balance
we've
contact.
generated a lot of revenue from that market. Sometimes the truth is, I'm actually because the way our business is structured in other countries is we partner with importers of different products and
Hmm.
we sell and they make money, we make money, but they make money more than us
Hmm.
in most cases. They make money more than us. But I mean, I'm fine. I don't have to worry too much about importation and all of that if I have a reliable importer in the country that I can partner with. So that's how I like to think about it. And we also have somebody on this call. We also have somebody on this call who is exporting to Burkina Faso, El Nathan. Mr. El Nathan is selling to Burkina Faso. So please, Mr. El Nathan, please reach out to me, drop me a message on WhatsApp, or if you want to drop your phone number here now, anybody who is interested in selling to that market. And then let me also mention, I know some of us may have products that we are selling and we are thinking about how we can export the product to those countries. Like for the Ghana now, I send them by road. I have somebody that I give the person product today. If he can get a driver today, if he's able to get a driver, maybe I give him product today, maybe before 12, and he gets a driver who is going to Ghana. By this time tomorrow, the product is already in Ghana.
Hmm.
You know, oh, Mr. Excellent, or Mr. Excel. Oh, great, 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 great. We have unfinished business, please. We have unfinished business. I've been, I've been trying to reach out to also enter that Burkina Faso market. So let's talk, please. Let's talk after the call. Let's talk. Okay, you said tomorrow. All right, no problem. I'll reach out to you. I'll reach out to you. So, like I was saying, so if I send products, so long there's a vehicle going to Ghana for that day, I'm sure that the product will be in Ghana in 24 hours. Though it's a bit expensive, I won't lie, because the product I'm sending, I spent 40,000 naira to send one piece, because the product is heavy anyway. It's heavy. But then I've used some other people before that it took about 2 weeks before the item got in. That one ship. But like they say, shippers go the wrong belly. so so that's just the thing. So I mean, but I have other people who do send things to Ghana that's we can also use. I can also use. Okay. So so that's it. That's it. So let me also just say this. Let me also say this. If you're on this call and if you have anybody in any African country, if you have anybody in any African country, you can actually start selling in that market. All the person simply needs to do for you is look for a supplier for the product you intend to sell. And I'm going to give you, we will go into all of that, Sha. We'll go into all of that. How you can find suppliers for those who want to do the e-commerce thing, how you can find suppliers in other African countries, how you can talk to them, how you can reach out to them, start selling their product without you paying a dime. How you can do all of that. I'll show you. Yesterday night, I was having a conversation with my supplier in Zimbabwe because he's a new person, and he was like, "When you reached out to me, honestly, I thought it was a scam, but I just decided to play along. Let me see what the method you're going to use to get my money." But he was shocked when I started sending him customers. Yesterday, we sent him 5 customers. He has delivered one today now, and so he was telling me like, I thought it was those boys that at the end of the day they will not tell me, give me your credit card number. From there, they will not start collecting my money. And I'm like, well, we have scammers and all of that. But then it was like, okay, now I see that you what you are doing is real. And when I talk to the customers, they are real. They really want the product. So it was like, okay, let's do business, let's do business. He now started telling me, okay, I have this product, we can sell this, we can make money, and all of that. So how how do you reach out to customers? Like, how do you reach out to people? I have a supplier also in Germany, though we've not started selling. I have a supplier in Germany that I can start selling their product today if I want to. But the issue I have is that where I'm going to store the product is where I've not gotten in Germany. That's just the only issue. But if I'm say I want to buy the product today and start selling, it's not going to take me 24 hours and start selling there. You get, but so there's a template I use. I'm going to share it with you friends. Anybody will not show up for this training, I ain't know. But for those who will show up, I will share as much as I can. that is my own gift to those who have been following me for the last 4 5 years, and even for the last 4 5 years or less than that. Okay. So that should be all. That should be all for today. That should be all for today. I want to believe that most of us have gotten Madam Dixon's number. There's a lot that can be done
Mm.
with having the right contact, having the right contact, having the right
Mm.
contact. So get that contact and discuss business with her. Okay. So thank you again. Thank you so much. I appreciate this opportunity. I appreciate you all for showing up. So let's make it 8 p.m. tomorrow once again.
Thank you, coach.